All right, here we go. Let me just check my camera angle. All right, here we go. Welcome, everybody. We are going to do a short home practice designed to help strengthen your bones. So start by taking a comfortable seat. I'm sitting up on a blanket. It helps lift the pelvis up off the floor. I'm going to lengthen up through the crown of my head, roll my shoulders up and back and down, and just take a moment to close my eyes and center, feeling down into the support beneath me, connecting with my breath. All right, I'm going to open my eyes now. Inhale and rise up, both arms up overhead. We're going to start with a twist. The right hand's going to come behind you for support, right close to your bottom. Pull the belly in and twist to the right. And we're going to hold these poses for 30 seconds today, so I have my stopwatch on. Whenever we do these poses, you want to engage as much muscle as possible to help stimulate your bone building cells to get to work. So you can do that here by squeezing your inner thighs together, by lifting your hands up so that you know you're using the muscles in your spine to help hold you in the twist. All right, let's inhale and come to center. We got our visit, now he's going to leave. Left hand behind you, twist to the left, and then bring the left hand down and let it rest. Sorry, bring the right hand down, let it rest on the opposite knee. Or it could be in front of you. Wherever is comfortable is fine. You don't have to reach the opposite knee. Again, lots of muscle engagement. You can squeeze the inner thighs together, lengthen up through the crown of the head. With each exhale, you can even go just a tiny bit deeper. One more nice breath here. And then we're going to inhale to center and reach up, and then relax your arms down by your sides. Now I'm going to change to a tabletop position. I'm going to put my blanket under my knees, but you could also do this standing with a hinge at the hips. So you can imagine if I was standing on my feet instead of on my knees here, and then I had something elevated in front of me, the seat of a chair or a coffee table, and then I would hinge at my hips and place my hands there. Now I've got them on the floor just in front of, a little wider than my shoulders. Now, right leg straight back behind. You can keep the toes on the floor or lift it up. Left hand, you can reach forward, or if you want to save the balance a little bit, you can bring your fingertips to the floor for a little assist. So this is alternate arm leg. Again, we're holding for 30 seconds. We're strengthening the bones in the wrist here and strengthening the postural muscles in the back. One more nice breath. And then come on down on this side. Bring the right knee down, left hand down. And then we'll go to the other side. Sorry, I'm a little sniffly. Left leg back and lift if you like. And then right hand can come forward, or you can rest on the fingertips. You want to draw the shoulder blade onto the back and the leg back up into the hip. Plugging in, also belly engaged. Pull the belly in. Keep breathing. And come on back down. Good job. All right, we're going to come up to standing now. You could do that many ways. I'm just going to bring a foot forward and lunge to come up. But make sure when you come up that you keep your back safe. Let me get my blanket out of the way here. So now we'll do a tree pose. We'll start with a standing tree pose. You can use furniture or a wall for assistance to help you with the balance. But we'll start in Tadasana, parallel feet. Shift your weight into your right leg. Come to the toes of your left. Turn at the hip as far as is comfortable. You can keep the toes on the floor. You can come on to the inside of the leg. You'd be holding on to something. You could have the arms out wide. You could be overhead. And again, think about the muscle engagement. So I'm squeezing my inner thighs together as I stand here, and I'm pulling my belly in, which is also going to help with stability. One more nice breath, catching the sunlight here. And beautiful. Bring your foot down, bring your arms down, and prepare for side two. Coming back into Tadasana, maybe getting something on the other side of you if you need it for the assist. And then we'll shift weight into the left leg, come to the toes of the right and turn it out. Kickstand in or come up onto the inside of the leg, lower leg or upper leg, and arms where you want them. So remember the muscle engagement, squeezing the inner thighs together, pulling the belly in, but also relaxing where you don't need to tense. Relax the shoulders. Relax your face. And it's okay to wobble a little bit or a lot. All right, 30 seconds is up. Step back down, walk it out a little bit. Okay. I have a round mat here, but I'm going to come up to the front of my mat. So if you have a regular yoga mat, come up to the front of your mat. Okay. So parallel feet, hands on the rim of your pelvis. Shift your weight into your right leg and step straight back with your left. Turn the left heel in and set it down. Draw the left hip forward and then bend the right knee just till it comes over your ankle. You can relax the arms down. You can keep them on your hips, or classical version of Warrior One is to bring the arms overhead. Lots of strength in the back leg. Press down through the outside edge of the foot. Engage through the thigh so that the back leg is very strong and engaged. And of course, keep drawing this hip forward as well. One more nice breath. And we can relax the arms down, lift the back heel, and step forward. I'll show you this time from the side, because I can. Why not? All right, so going to the other side now. Shift the weight into, now I'm going to mess myself up, into the left leg, step back. No, that's what we did before. Just step back with the other foot. You know what to do. I'm trying to give you a different view, but then I get myself confused. So the back leg again is nice and strong. The front knee is bent just over the ankle. And the arms can be up or relaxed down if you're having a little lower energy today. Some yoga is better than no yoga. Doing a pose halfway is better than not doing the pose at all. So again, lots of strength in the back leg and drawing that hip forward. And we're done. Relax your arms down. Lift your back heel, step it forward. Walk it out a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to step wide for Warrior Two. Wide stance, as wide as you're comfortable with. Turn the right toes in a little bit. Turn the left foot out to 90 degrees. Square the shoulders over the hips. Pull your belly in and lengthen up. And then when you're ready, this knee can bend. Arms can float up at shoulder height. You can look out over the left fingertips. You can glance down at the left knee and make sure that it's pointing in the same direction as your fingers, making sure it's not coming towards forward at all. I say coming towards the camera. So maybe for you, it would be coming towards your television. One more breath. And then relax your arms down, straighten your knee, come back to parallel, and we'll prepare for the other side. Turn the left toes in a little bit. Turn the right foot out 90 degrees. Square the shoulders forward and over the hips. Pull your belly in, and then exhale, bend the right knee. Arms can come up at shoulder height. So lots of energy in the legs. You can add extra muscle engagement by drawing the feet in towards each other, by feeling like you're drawing your feet in towards each other, or by feeling like you're pushing them away. You're doing good. You're getting stronger. Stimulating the bone building cells in the hips. And relax your arms down. Straighten your knee. Turn your feet to parallel. Step it back together. And again, just take a little moment to walk, wiggle, shake, whatever you need. It's good to take a little break, especially between the wide stance poses, because we do 3 of them, so that the bone building cells get a break in that stimulation. So they're fresh now. All right. Setting up for extended side angle. The right toes turn in, left foot turns out. Inhale, lengthen up, and then we'll bend the knee again. Bend the left elbow 90 degrees and lengthen out over, forearm on the thigh. Top shoulder blade works back. You can keep your hand on your hip. You can reach up, or if it's comfortable, up by the ear. Whatever feels better for you in your body. Don't put the arm up in the air if it hurts your shoulder. Okay. That also being said, you could go deeper here. If you have that in your practice, you could come towards the floor here. All right, next inhale, rise up. Turn your feet to parallel. And we'll set up for the second side. Turn your left toes in, turn your right foot out, square the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knee. Then we'll bend the right elbow and lengthen as we come over, forearm to the thigh. Top shoulder blade works back because this is a twist. Hand on the hip or up or by the ear. So this twist will strengthen the bones in the spine as well as the hips. Keep breathing. Let me check my timer. Almost there. Next inhale, rise up. Again, turn the feet to parallel, step it back together, walk it out a little bit, give yourself a little break. We're going to do one more wide stance pose. For this one, I recommend blocks, but if you don't have blocks, that's fine. You can do it without. I'll tell you how to do it without. So I've got 2 of them. I may only need 1. You may only need 1. You may not need any, but you have them just in case, right? So wide stance again. Turn in the right foot, turn out the left foot. Then I'm going to turn towards the left leg. Draw the left hip back, pull my belly in, and hinge at my hip until I find my edge. Well, my edge is not very far this morning because I haven't warmed up my hamstrings yet. So I stack my blocks on the little toe side of my foot. If I don't have blocks, I bring my hand to my leg, just not on your knee, okay? And then right hand's on the hip, we take the shoulder up and back, and then the arm can come up in the air again if it's comfortable, or you keep the hand on the hip. You could also, as a variation, do the blocks to the big toe side of the foot. So that would put me on this side. That would emphasize the twist a little bit more. So if that's comfortable for you and you want to try that, by all means. All right, we're done. I'm going to turn towards the floor, grab my blocks and hinge at my hips to come up. And we'll set up for side 2. So now left toes turn in, right foot turns out. Turn towards the right leg, draw the right hip back. Hinge at your hip and come over to your edge. Stack your blocks up to the little toe side or the big toe side, or put the hand on the leg somewhere. Just don't press on the knee. Top shoulder blade up and back. Arm can come straight up out of the shoulder if it's comfortable. So here we're stimulating the hip and the spine because it's a twist, and the wrist as well because we put a little pressure in the hand. So we're stimulating, and those are the 3 primary places that we have fracture. All right, I talked too much. Turn towards the floor, hinge and come up, turn to parallel, step your feet back together. All right, next one is revolved triangle. For this one, I like a chair You could also use a coffee table or whatever feels appropriate to you. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to stand in close so that my toes start to disappear under the edge of the chair. And then I'm going to shift my weight, hands on my hips, shift weight into my left leg and step back with my right foot. Turn the right heel in and set it down. Draw the right hip forward, reach up through the right arm, pull the belly in, hinge at the hip. Find my edge, and then I bring my hand to the seat of the chair. Now, I'm going to twist to the left, the leg that is forward. If I twist comfortably far enough that I can take the arm up, then I can do that. But if you're twisting more like this and your arm is coming very forward, just focus on pressing into the chair and really working that shoulder blade back. That's totally fine. One more nice breath. All right, and then to come out, I'm just gonna twist back towards the seat, bend my knee a little bit, and step back up to Tadasana. And then we'll go to the other side. Shifting my weight into my right leg now, I'm gonna step back with my left foot, turn my left heel in and set it down, draw the left hip forward, reach up with the left arm, hinge at the hips, come over, find the seat of the chair, or if you're using blocks, you can do that. And then we twist towards the right leg. If it's comfortable, arm can come up. It's not comfortable for me on this side, but it is on the other side. I'm going to keep my hand on my hip. So again, we're stimulating the hips and the spine and the wrist. One more nice deep breath here. All right, we're done. Twist towards the floor, step in, hinge at your hips to come up. I'm going to take my chair up back off to the side here. And now we're going to lay down on the floor. I'm going to come down on the belly for a cobra pose. You can, of course, bring cushioning under you wherever you need it. Beautiful. So as I come down, I've got my hands under my shoulders. Lift and lengthen each leg. Set it back down. Shoulder blades together on the back. And then I'm going to use my back muscles to lift me off the floor, to lift my chest off the floor. You can press the tops of the feet into the floor to engage more muscle. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And you want to be looking down at the mat underneath your nose, not looking forward. You want to feel length and openness in the back of the neck. And you can lower back down. Beautiful. Now, we just have a few more poses left in this home practice. For the next couple, I'm going to get a strap. But again, if you don't have a strap, I'll tell you what to do if you don't have one. So I'm going to come and lie down now on my back. And I'm going to open my strap up and lay it across my stomach. And make sure my stopwatch is nearby. So I'm going to bring my right knee into my chest and then hook my strap around the ball of my foot and take my leg up into the air. If you do not have a strap, you can just hold behind your thigh. We're lifting and spreading the toes. And perhaps feeling a stretch, or perhaps not. This is all about stimulating the hip, not necessarily about getting a stretch, but you might feel one. All right, now take both ends of the strap in your right hand, and the right leg is going to go out to the right as far as it will comfortably go. You can counterbalance by taking the left arm out to the side, and my left knee has also come out to the left a little bit. You could also lengthen this leg if that feels better. I like it bent a little bit more. Keep lifting and spreading the toes. Active leg. One more nice deep breath. All right, and then we'll bring it back up to center. And then we're going to switch legs. You can switch up in the air like I'm doing, or you can take your time, bring your leg down on the floor and switch. But I'm going to start my counter now. Sounds like my cat's coming back. I heard him meow anyway. So we've got the left leg up in the air. We're lifting and spreading the toes. You're holding onto the strap or behind your thigh. Keep breathing. I don't know if his meowing is coming across my microphone or not. All right, take both ends of the strap in your left hand and take your left leg out to the left. I can wave my toes at you. There we go. Something my daughter used to do. So I've got my right knee out to the right to counterbalance. You can also pull the belly in. This is not only going to help make you feel more grounded to pull the belly in, but it will also strengthen the core muscles, which is ideal for improving balance. All right, inhale and come up. And then you can bend your knee, unhook your strap, and set your strap aside. One more pose before Shavasana. We're going to do a bridge pose. So I'm going to bend my knees, bring my feet in close towards my bottom. My feet are still hip width apart, so I'm not going really wide, okay? Then I'm going to bend my elbows, work my shoulder blades together on my back, and then I'm going to lift my hips up. So you can stay here, you can squeeze your shoulder blades together. If it's in your practice, you can reach underneath and clasp your hands. Or you can keep the elbows bent in robot arms, I like to call it. So we're strengthening the back again. Very good for improving posture, which is good for preventing spinal fracture. And you are done. Lower your hips back down. So now this is where I suggest you finish with Shavasana. You could have something under your head. You could do a bolster under your knees. You can lie down. And when we do this practice in class, this is where I guide you through a body scan. What I'm going to actually suggest to you instead for your daily practice needs is that as you rest in Shavasana, that you use Insight Timer, and you can listen to my recording on Insight Timer for it's called the Calm Body Scan. So thanks, guys. Enjoy your Shavasana, and I will see you in the next class.